Yo, it's your man, Main Manifest, Director of Creative Content for SKEAM Enterprises, like the SKEAM Podcast, SKEAM TV. You know, SKEAM stands for Sports, Knowledge, Entertainment, Appearance, and Manhood. And we bring you a fresh new perspective on all types of topics, you know, from relationships to sports, everything we already discussed. I just want to let the people know that episode 1, part 2, where Ladies At, will not be airing this week. We do have it in the arsenal. We're going to be bringing that to y'all. But right now we got a new discussion, which is catch up with the game. So check that out. I heard the request. We got a lot of different, you know, a lot of feedback on that episode, so it's definitely coming. But check this out right here. Again, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and definitely let us know what you're thinking. Peace. Welcome. This is the SKEAM Podcast, episode 2. I'm your host, Main Manifest. As usual, to my left I have
DJ Tiz right here at the Studio 54 Grooming Room. Check me out on Instagram _I am DJ Tiz.
To my right,
Pookie Long Johns, the endorphin releaser.
already know. And y'all can follow us on SKEAM _podcast on IG. Check our YouTube channel out. Right here, down by the right, you see it. SKEAM the podcast. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. We dropping every episode fresh weekly. We'll get right into it, man. Like, let's go sports. Y'all know it's the playoffs. Some crazy games last week. Cats with the kick. Oh, first of all, before we get some greetings, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year, everybody. I know. Happy fresh New Year.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Nueve Año.
What's Feliz Navidad?
All that.
That's Christmas.
Oh,
That's Christmas.
yeah, Merry Christmas too.
Merry Christmas, Prosperity Año. It's always great to bring it in with good people. I brought it in. My brother had a great New Year breakfast. Tell him about it. That's an annual tradition you do, right?
Yeah, I do a little brunch for family and friends every year.
We used to do the New Year breakfast too, right? Back
Who cooked it up? Chef the two?
Yeah,
Chef the two!
I get busy. I
get busy.
That's what's up.
It's good food.
That's alright. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's always good to bring it in chill, like with family and all that.
Big shout out to the people that brought their New Year in by themselves, you know, humbly by themselves. God bless them. Let them find comfort in being by themselves.
And the ones that fell asleep and woke up, it was 12:05. Bless y'all too, because you missed the shit.
That's true.
But y'all in it.
Yeah, New Year. If you made it to the New Year, you know, yo, blessings to that. I did it international. I wanted to do something different, so we got a little different. But no, we here, 19, so it's love, like I said. So we rocking it out, y'all. Shout out to everybody who liked and saw episode 1. If you didn't see it, go back and check it out. Great conversation. We got a lot of good feedback on that, so we gonna keep it moving for y'all. But we talking about the sports, the playoffs. Who you got? Who you think gonna win the Super Bowl?
Playoffs, man. I'm going with Philly.
Philly.
Gotta go with Philly again. Philly rocking, man.
They had it at the right time. You got favorites?
Yeah, I like the Saints. I would like to see the Saints do it. But actually, it's not about one team for me. Okay. I would like to see the ultimate Super Bowl. And I think the ultimate Super Bowl would be Kansas City and the Rams.
Yeah.
That will be a high-powered, high-scoring Super Bowl. So I just want a nice football game, eat lots of wings, grab a brew or two, and watch a good Super Bowl with some high scores.
I think I like Kansas City out of the AFC too. They high octane. I think the Saints though. Excuse me. I think that'd be a shootout too. Kansas City and the Saints would be a great one. We're gonna see how I rock, man. It's a lot going on. So
that boy Patrick Mahomes is something else.
Yeah.
He's the truth.
Yeah, he is.
So
good.
I would like to see it.
You know what?
See,
Kansas City all right too.
See, people changing their mind, boy.
But yeah, that guy he's a good one.
And he's young, man. He's this is his first year starting. But Andy Reid a good coach, so we're gonna see, man.
Because he got a big Jerry curl activator or something like that. Then he got a thrower Jerry curl texturizer. See if you could play with that and sweat with texturizer in your face with a visor,
that mean you nice.
You think his eyes will be burning?
Yeah. I mean, you're talented. If you can throw and be accurate when you got Jerry curl juice and sweat dripping.
He is a weirdo too, because they say put ketchup on everything.
Who?
Patrick Mahomes. Say they put ketchup on mac and cheese, ketchup on steak, ketchup on. I ain't never heard of ketchup on mac and cheese.
You ever heard of ketchup on eggs?
Ketchup on eggs is good. I rock with ketchup.
Ketchup look like Kansas City though. Like,
You ever heard of ketchup on oodles and noodles?
I never heard of that one.
See that?
You ever heard of?
That's good.
You ever heard of
damn,
hot sauce on eggs?
that's prison.
Yeah.
Hot sauce on eggs, Tabasco sauce on eggs, syrup on eggs.
Listen, man, you gotta remember, back in the day, we took what we had and we made it taste good. So, do you know what ketchup is? That's a good question for the people. Do you know what ketchup is?
Catsup. You know, sometimes it be catsup. Remember in the cartoons they used to have that? But what is ketchup?
I need you to stay with me.
Squash tomato.
Okay. Do you know why ketchup was made? Okay. So this is
Tomato
where
paste.
no.
Everybody school us.
This where I
French
school.
fries.
This where I school the young people at, man. Ketchup, if you think about it, satisfies all your taste buds. It's going to give you sweet, tangy, and a spice in ketchup.
Mhm.
It satisfies all your taste buds. So the inventors of ketchup made a sauce, a garnishment that you can put on food that will satisfy all your taste buds. See, chefs know that.
That's a good.
Because when you're cooking, like you cook, like my brunch,
Right.
I cooked for a bunch of people. And in my thought pattern I want something for everybody's palate.
Yeah.
So I made some things a little spicy, like the shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits.
And then I made some things a little sweet, and then I made some things just bland. You know what I mean? So everybody got a chance to taste something.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what ketchup is. So tell your kids that. So when they go crazy over ketchup, you ask yourself why? Because ketchup satisfies all your taste buds
Yep.
in one sauce.
Yep. That's
Hot sauce gonna burn your damn head off. We already know
That's
that. They
one
make
thing. It only do one thing. It burn your.
it only do one thing, right? They got a little vinegar in it to give it another. But trust me, when people are making these products, they're making it in the mind of satisfying the human body so you can buy more of it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? That's a great segue to our next topic because,
We into our next topic already?
man, you talked about doing stuff with less.
Told you we're gonna get this shit over with.
Doing stuff with less. And unfortunately, man, it's a government shutdown right here going around. So, you know what I mean? We doing smooth with it. So, but people are really struggling
We in
out
the
there.
city of it.
Yep. And what's crazy, we all grew up in the hood and all that, like you said, mayonnaise sandwiches, syrup sandwiches, all that. Man, it's unfortunate that some people have to go through this, but 45 being stubborn, man. We don't want to build a wall. People don't want a wall, so you're gonna shut the whole government down. It seems like that shouldn't be allowed to happen though. Like, how you gonna shut stuff down stubbornly? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
You know what's crazy about that, Jay, as you say that? First of all, I like to big shout out to my beautiful wife who's going through the furlough right now. She hasn't been to work since we went on vacation for Christmas. But God see it fit that I'm an entrepreneur, I have a business that's open, and I don't forget, I could be right in that same position without a job.
Shout out to Tiz for
So
entrepreneurship too.
entrepreneurship is real, and we need to teach our kids that.
Mm-hmm.
We need to teach our kids, go to college, get that degree, but also learn a trade.
Yeah.
Learn a skill that can't nobody take from you. You know what I mean? So government can shut down all they want, but guess what? The people that's making the decisions still need haircuts.
Absolutely.
And the people that's out there looking for jobs that's not in the government, they need a haircut for their interview. Studio 54 Grooming Room, we right here. We'll take care of you.
Absolutely, man. And you know what? It's funny, man. Like, sometimes some people look down upon like service type jobs, food prep, haircut, and all that. But those are things gonna be around. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, if you have a skill or a trade that ain't nobody take
They don't
from
stop
you,
till they turn the lights off on this building.
yep, you already know it's gonna be there. Like, so you gotta have those skills. And
But imagine if everybody was in the service industry, who would be buying the services?
Yeah.
So it's a thin line.
Right.
We can't have everybody entrepreneurs Because we need somebody to go to work a 9 to 5, get a check, come out and spend money with the service providers.
Need a customer.
Right. Somebody got to be the customer. And I'm gonna tell you, some people are okay with going to work, punching the clock, doing their time, getting their wage, going home, and enjoying themselves. Because I'm gonna tell you, they got less stresses than the guy that's thinking, if I don't work, I don't eat.
Right.
So when I go on vacation, I come back mad and hurt. When my wife go on vacation, she good, because she getting paid for her vacation time.
It's people in crazy situations, because I was working with somebody, he borrowed money from somebody who was in the government and said he was going to pay him back one day. He said he couldn't get his money back, and he's still waiting. Dude needed his money. Right. He said he let a dude in the government borrow his money, told him he was going to get it back before they knew he was going in the government shutout. The dude called him and said, man, you got a government shutout, I ain't getting my paycheck today. And dude, they going through some stuff right now. I ain't going to tell his story, but it's scenarios.
Yeah, man. You know,
you gotta be careful you let money.
It's scenarios.
I do work. I consult. You know, I do with IT, and fortunately, my client is not affected by the furlough. So that's just the luck of the draw, whatever. But I do see it hurt. It's funny because I go and get lunch downstairs at Pizza Man. He's an entrepreneur. He like, yo, nobody coming to buy pizza. And the Metro is mad empty, yo. You go in the morning, man, it's mad parking spots. It's like, there's so many effects that people don't see. You just think like, okay, everybody ain't going to work. But even those who going to work ain't got nobody to buy this stuff. So, man, hopefully that we'll come up out of this, man, soon.
Flower man, holding flowers. Got nobody to sell it to.
It's funny because the flower man in the Metro, man. Shout out to everybody hustling, getting it, man. But you know what though? At the same time, I always try to see two sides to every coin. I feel like it's gonna stimulate some people to find other ways to get it back. Like some people who probably was comfortable with their jobs, but now they gonna, they Uber driving. Shout out to Uber drivers, lifting and all that. Like,
different ways.
They got, you gotta have something else, cause it's gone are the days where you could just depend on that one way to get it. You're gonna have to do something, cut grass, shovel snow, bake pies. You know, a lady doing a cake baking.
Well, I contributed today. I was at the supermarket. I had to handle some business. And the woman behind me, I made sure, you'll appreciate this, she didn't have a lot of stuff. But her stuff came up to about $40-something. And we was talking, and she's furloughed. So I went and I paid her bill for her groceries. And I mean, she was watery-eyed.
Wow.
And I said, I don't want all that, even though you can't stop people's emotions.
Right.
But I took care of that. It was like $42, thank God, because if it was something crazy, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
You gotta put that steak back.
Yeah, like, we need to start.
You can't get the shrimp.
Right. What are you doing?
That's too much for me.
Right.
That's all.
What are you doing with Tropicana? You gotta get Simply Orange.
$40.
Right. So we were actually talking, and she said that she was furloughed and she watches CNN every morning to see, and it just came upon me I told the cashier, ring her up. She was after me, ring her up, and I got her bill. And I mean, it was an uplifting feeling.
Right. Yeah, man. And you're going to get that back too, man. That's why I'm paying it forward. Not that you did it to get it back.
Right.
Because you did it out of the strength of your heart. But when you do stuff like that, man, it comes back, man. Like,
I gave a homeless person $1 and I was driving, I felt good. Inside, I felt good.
Yeah.
And then again, I had a McDonald's coffee, and I was driving off, and I seen the cold dude up there on the streets. I said, "Here, brother, you want a coffee?" He said, "Yeah, man." He came and got that coffee quick, but just that made me just.
It feels dope when you pay.
I was like, man, I helped him.
When you pay it for. I remember one time I was in the drive-thru, and I went, and it was like, yo, I went to give him my money. It's like, yo, the car in front of y'all just paid for the 2 cars, just paid it for it. Then dude paid, pulled off. I was like, man, let me get an extra back. I ordered it. But no, it just felt good.
Blacks will be blacks.
Everybody have to do that. But you know that was. It feels good when people pay it for it and get that. So.
That's good. Humanity.
Right. We need that now.
Have you ever told the people that y'all two are brothers?
I think they know, man.
Do they know?
Yes.
People we brothers. Now they know. They know this.
I think it's the beard. You can see the beard.
Yeah. They see it. Now this is my guy. Yeah, we're brothers.
And with color.
I know, right?
Give me
We're
a high
Aren't we all?
five.
We're brothers too.
Aren't we all?
Right, we're all brothers.
No, you know where that come from, right?
What's that?
Come on, man.
I know
Can I get somebody to come up here that's 40 and over, please?
I know where that's
Because
from.
you know,
That's,
come on, the Wayne.
that's Toucan Sam.
No, the Wayne and brothers,
Let's
man.
throw it out there. Yeah, I know. Come on, man.
You ain't know.
He's playing around.
We're brothers.
It's a lot, man. Yeah, I'm glad I ain't working in the government. I'm glad I wash dishes and I'm getting my check. I ain't got to worry about no government furrow. I didn't even know that's what it was called, furrow. I thought it was
Fur.
He said furlough.
What they call it?
Furlough.
Furlough.
What'd you say?
Sorry to all you government workers.
I thought y'all said government
This guy
furlough.
don't even know what the term
I don't
is.
deal with it. I wash dishes and I'm going there Monday. No.
This guy, man. Nah, so it's a lot of stuff going on, man.
It is.
Man, like I said, we gotta get it. Well, y'all want to talk about some more stuff going on? Y'all want to talk about the white elephant in the room? That we can go ahead and get into it, man, because there's a lot of different.
White elephant in the room. I never heard of that one.
Big elephant.
The
I know.
elephant.
The elephant.
Yeah.
I like it white because I just feel like it'd be rare that you would see it. But
I already know what it is, but go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's just.
No. This your show.
I mean, it ain't my show.
You know what I mean?
I got you. But I mean, here's my thing, guys. And y'all already know what we talk about. We in entertainment. We talking about this surviving R. Kelly. I got mixed reviews, man. First of all, the shit is crazy. Like what's going down. It's like I don't condone it in no way, shape, or form. But I do feel like, why is it coming out now? Like, this is being revisited. We already knew about all this. It's funny how the timing and, again, this media, what they want to promote and talk about, all of a sudden is funny. So, I mean, I didn't see the joint. You saw a little bit of it, right? So,
The tape or the surviving R. Kelly? The tape was in 6th grade. I remember I was in 6th grade. Which one you talking
I
about?
just want to know how you watching porn in 6th grade.
Hey, they had that DVD going around in 6th grade. I was in the 6th grade when I saw
Parents?
it. I might have been in the 7th grade.
If your children are in 6th
But
grade watching porn,
That's how young I was watching R. Kelly because I liked I Believe I Can Fly, so I watched him on that video, and that led
He
me.
flew.
Yo, come on, man! I seen it. I seen the video. That's why I'm close to this. I'm listening to this thing. I'm like, man, I know about everything because I've seen the video.
what's crazy though, like, so.
I don't
so
mean to say that, but I was a young age.
But
tender
you
age.
watched it though. You said you watched the
So-
Surviving R.
So
Kelly.
did you watch other porn as well?
You know that too.
Yeah.
If I could catch a DVD
So
around,
you had the problem that most young men have
What was that?
in the 6th grade,
What was that now?
where you just like to feel on yourself and watch movies.
Well, you know that's when it starts. All of us started.
In 6th grade?
I don't know how young I was.
I ain't
I
started
don't know
until I
how
was
long.
25.
Porn?
Huh?
You a damn lie.
No, jerking off.
Oh, jerking. I'm about to say, you
25?
watched porn before 20.
Damn.
That was by accident.
I don't.
Yeah, he
I was.
capping right
I remember
now.
the first time
This
that I
is
knew
cap.
that I had fluids that when I was at a young age.
When the first
I was
time you
11,
watched
man.
porn?
Hmm?
When the first time you watched porn?
Yo, this is a true story, yo. I used to stay with my cousin, Wendy. And
Shout out to Wendy.
big shout out to my man Wendy. That's my mentor, my older cousin. And he was my man. And he used to leave me in the room, and him and his boys would go out to the club, like Palladium, Bentley's, all these Manhattan clubs.
From the heart.
And he had cable. And on this cable station, he had the Robin Bird show. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Robin Bird. Yo, and I used to be watching this shit at night while they out. I'm in the crib by myself, and Robin Bird would come on, and she just had like it was almost like a Howard Stern show. But she would be naked. She'd be doing all kind of shit, and I'd be watching it. And I had to be like what, 13,
I was
14.
with goddamn hell if I'm by myself. I'm watching Robin Bird.
Robin Bird. She probably dead by now. She was old as shit back then. So
You was still watching?
I was still watching. I mean, that was the only porn I ever seen, like at that young age.
Yeah, that's what gets crazy, man.
Who was your first like female crush? Like when you get in that hot and tender age, you know. We coming back to the R. Kelly, but you just let me. Who was your
I'm about
first?
to talk about this, R. Kelly.
But who was
R. Kelly got his. We trying to get ours.
Yeah.
Who was your first like? Yo, oh my goodness, like.
Robin
Most people,
Bird.
it was Pam Grier, like
Robin Bird.
Robin Bird. I don't know who that is. That sounds like somebody in NHL or something. I feel like no, who was it? I used to like Stacey Dash. Before she, you know what I mean, with the drink with yeah, before she.
I mean, you can name every.
I'm just
You can
saying
name every hot chick on TV,
No,
like Halle Berry
really had
to
like,
Claire Huxtable. I mean, come on.
But you know, it's one who really got you like that's like
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
on Nickelodeon.
That month was thicker than a Snicker.
I'm trying to remember her.
I do remember
And
her.
Blossom.
Oh yeah, Blossom. I remember Blossom.
Blossom.
That's
Blossom had an ass.
You might as well say Clarissa Explained It All.
I know he going with the rest of
Remember that?
Mm-mm.
You remember Clarissa Explained It All? Damn, you
I
remember
probably was
Blossom?
at work when you was watching that.
Blossom and then Clarissa Explained It All was after Blossom though.
Blossom, I do remember Blossom.
Damn, Blossom is kind of like Clarissa Explained It All.
Yeah, but Blossom was ugly. But if you ever seen
Damn.
her body,
Oh,
you was like, yo,
Blossom.
her body is crazy. I remember my man was like, yo, you ever seen Blossom body? I'm like, nah. So when Blossom came on, I'm like, yo, I gotta see this. And another one,
Raven Simone used to have a little body.
nah, hell
Early?
no, hell no.
No, early
Your
one?
girl, she played 6.
Maybe it was me.
From Last Dragon.
No,
The Laura Charles.
Vanity?
nah, the white girl that
That's her name,
played.
Vanity.
The white girl that
Yeah.
played 6 on what Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Her girl, her friend. She played 6 on another show.
Oh yeah, with Nickelodeon. Like I always try to say, niggas watching Nickelodeon.
Get my R. Kelly on.
I know. I'm trying to think though, but it was really.
They said they go in the R. Kelly house throwing rocks, chestnuts, whatever they can to break his windows off.
I just feel like
Why?
They mad at
It's enough blame to go around. It's enough blame to go around. Blame the parents. You got to get the parents of the
Yeah, some
children,
people was
of the
dropping their
kids.
parents off.
You got to remember, we live in a day and age, man. Even back then, where you got parents, not all parents, because you guys might not be privy to this because your parents are not like that. But you got parents out here that's fattening and building their kids up for a shot to sleep with an athlete or entertainer for a check.
yeah.
And you see every one of those cases ended in some type of money. It's all about money. And you got young girls out here, 15, 16 years old. We might not know them. They might not be our sisters and our neighbors. But you got a culture of young girls out here that's going for the check.
Or going for the older dude.
Not only going for the older dude, I'm talking about dressing up, getting their body augmentated and all kind of breast this and ass that, just to fatten themselves up so they're attractive to the entertainer or the athlete that's gonna be in the club on Friday.
And that's what they were saying, like, so yo, because when we grew up, it was joints. It was joints who had the body of like a 19, 20-year-old when they was 15.
Yeah.
And they had the niggas pulling up at school. Yo,
You had to say,
pull up,
don't
20,
go by her.
21-year-old.
Don't look over there.
Right, going up, and you be like, yo.
Oh, we
yo,
all had
that's
that.
what I'm
Every
saying.
girl
So-
leaving the
so
high school, we
after-
freshmen, and
yeah,
she leaving with a grown ass man.
And
in
you
the
see
car.
it. That nigga got gray in his beard.
Right.
You see it.
Like,
And
so we know we wasn't gonna get no light.
And that's what I'm saying, right? And there used to be joints that you knew I had a crush on. I ain't gonna say her name, but her. And it's like, come on, man. So that's why I want to talk about, because I don't feel like there's enough light shining on that. But we want to sing out R. Kelly over something. But yo, this been going on for a while, man. Like that whole thing. And I'm sorry, you had something?
R. Kelly, man. He shit, last thing I heard about him, he was in the club singing like he was in a concert. This is his birthday, he was singing. I seen a little video. He didn't give a goddamn hell that they after him or not.
Then they was talking about they was talking about Hugh Hefner. They was talking about Hugh Hefner because Hugh was recruiting him early. Like just because he got a mansion in Playboy, but you know it's two sides of every coin. Hugh was putting him in there. He was coming to get him early. You're gonna be a Playboy bunny. You're gonna live with me. You're gonna get his check every month. Like what's the difference?
Yo, and I guarantee you, parents was dropping their kids off and signing for them to live with this man.
Oh, yeah.
For what? For an opportunity for some money. How do you take your darling baby and drop her off at the mansion? Probably because you wanted to be a Playboy bunny and you ain't had what it takes. So now you think look at the shows that's on TV right now with the dancing dolls and all this stuff and the gymnastics. How these parents are Nazis, yo.
The little joint when they be doing the little
pageants and all that.
Yeah, they be 5 years old.
So right. So that be the parents that have to drive. The kids don't want to do it. The parents are so into it. So you don't think that it's a flip side to that coin? That's a darker side. Maybe it's sexual now. Maybe it's, I want you to be the best stripper you can be. Because I tried to be a stripper and I was horrible at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you got people out there, listen, God made good and evil.
Right.
And both of them exist. And just hope to God that you don't run into more evil than you do good. Because there's people out there that you would not even understand how they think and why they do the things that they do. You got a woman that'll put her kids in a microwave.
Yeah,
so is it really hard to fathom that a woman to take her child to the Playboy mansion and say, raise my daughter the right way? Can't be.
I just feel like, you're right, man. It's some wicked people.
I know I'm fucking right. I'm always right.
Here you go. Everybody should have.
If I ain't right, comment below and tell me I ain't right. And I'll tell you why I'm right.
Should have, he get in his bag. Everybody shouldn't have kids. I believe that. You should have to take a test before you procreate. And some people don't even need to be making another one of you. That's a whole different topic. I feel like, I'm like, what if it was a test, like for real, like, yo, if you don't pass this test, you can't
take the human right from a person to.
No, I'm not saying that. I was hypothetical.
Some don't need to though. Really don't need to.
Like, you know why? You know why? Because we as a culture, we bought into the European way. If they would have left us in the Congo or wherever we at, North Africa, South Africa, in our villages doing the things that we were doing, we were fine.
I don't think we bought it. It was forced upon us.
It was forced upon us. But now you subscribe to it. You subscribe to everything from their way to, and hopefully ain't no DHS agents listening to this, because I ain't blowing up shit. I love being American and I'm good. But if everybody now wants to subscribe to the European way, that wasn't our way.
That wasn't our culture.
That wasn't even our God. I mean, and we can get into the religion part too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you go to China, their God looks like them.
Right.
Yeah.
If you go to Indonesia, their God is Indonesian. The same Buddha, but in different countries, they look like the people.
Yeah.
We the only culture that has a God that don't look like us. Michelangelo painted Jesus 1,500 years after his death.
Right.
He painted him and gave it to us, and now grandma, my grandmother included, all of them, they'll run to church and pray to a God that the oppressor gave them to pray to in a black church.
There's a white man going
exactly.
Yeah, and we can talk about that.
And on the real, they said the Last Supper, all them people in the Last Supper are prisoners. He went to the jail because he didn't have enough money. He went to jail and got prisoners and had them sit at a table, painted it, and now we pray to it like it's a holy picture. The Last Supper. Those ain't even real people. Those was prisoners, Italian prisoners.
That's like somebody pulling a gun on you saying smile.
And the thing about it is,
You better smile
all
when
this
you-
culture has been, like you said, been
That's
forced on
dirty
us.
as hell.
If you look at that book, they use the Bible to justify slavery.
Yeah.
So my thing is, how you going to use the same book today? Like that. This is what they used when they came. Was we saw the movie what is it? Nat
Turner.
Nat Turner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, we already know. So religion and all that's all about control. We know that. But I'm thankful now that we have the internet. You on YouTube, you can Google and search and see people who are getting back to our roots. We getting back to our
But you
original.
know what the problem is?
What's that?
You got so many people that's scared to do the research
Mhm.
because they're comfortable with just believing
It's gonna shake you
what
up.
they was raised to believe.
Again, make sure y'all following us and subscribing. I know we getting into some great content. Make sure you subscribe and like the YouTube channel. Podcast gonna be available on all platforms very soon. Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, so y'all can download it when your car driving. You know what I mean? When you're doing your dishes at work, you can listen to it right there, Jay, all that. When you're cutting, right, Tiz and all that. But yeah, so real quick, man. Like, now I don't want to stand there too long because my viewpoints have been different. We was talking about R. Kelly. How do y'all feel? This is a great question. Y'all gonna stop listening to the music? They stopped that. Mute R. Kelly. Mute R. Kelly. Man, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. R. Kelly got some good songs, man. Like, it's hard to say like I'm not listening to some of these songs. So what y'all take on that, brothers?
So I used to look for CDs to play when I'm in the mood, but now I press Pandora. I ain't looking for damn R. Kelly. I don't even play no R. Kelly. You gotta search for this shit on YouTube, and I ain't doing all that.
I'm saying, are you gonna play if he came up on Pandora? Are you gonna play it?
If it's in the mood and it's on, I ain't gonna turn it off.
I would still listen to R. Kelly music.
Right.
And the only reason I say that is, and I'm sorry, but I just feel like
You gotta be sorry.
it's par for the course. A lot of it now, if R. Kelly walked into a school building and took somebody's young, precious, little, beautiful daughter out of their class and coerced them into getting into the car and put something they drink and knocked them unconscious and then raped them or slept with them or tied them in the basement against their own will, then I would probably not want to listen to R. Kelly music.
R. Kelly walk in the shop right now. Can he get a cut? Get a line?
He can absolutely get a cut.
Okay.
And what I would have compassion for him.
Mhm.
I would be like, yo, you need to stop this behavior.
Right, you gonna cut him and give him a jewel.
I'm gonna drop a jewel
What
on
was you
him.
doing?
Right. It's not like
Right.
It's not like I'm be like, yo,
Right.
we gonna mess this dude up because he out here,
He probably need that. He probably
touching young girls. No,
He probably-
I would definitely drop a jewel on him. I don't know. He
People
might
like
be
that,
the same age.
Sometimes people like that have all yes men around them. They don't have nobody to give them the, what I mean?
Then you gotta understand, somebody they said my man can't read, so somebody had to get the flight itinerary to fly the girls in.
Right.
Somebody had to help him coordinate a hotel room or a studio session. So it was other adults that didn't have the same mindset as R. Kelly that could have stopped the behavior, and they didn't. Because at the end of the day, and I say it all the time, man,
Right.
people are so focused on money and success that they will sell their soul and do things that they know are not right just to profit.
Right.
And I think we all guilty of that, but some people take it a little bit too far.
There's a lot more of them doing it too, but he the one that got caught. A lot of them ain't get caught. They coming for your ass.
Yeah. You already know. But yeah, we're gonna get on this last time. I want to end on a high note, man. Let's give a shout out, big salute to the queen who got freed. Finally got her release. She's gonna be released this August. It's Queen Cynthia, and her story was so touching, man. Like, yeah. What's her last name? I'm drawing a blank on her last name. I'm sorry. Brown, Cynthia Brown. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, man. She actually, for those who don't know her story, real quick, she was raped. She ended up killing her rapist, and she got was it a life sentence or maybe like 30 years of life for defending herself. And she was basically like, yo, how y'all gonna give me this time when I basically, had the right of self-defense. And then you look at that, you look at the Trayvon Martin, people killing, they act like that's self-defense. But she was locked up for so many years. I'm happy she's out. But I actually feel like, they need to give her back pay. If you take these years away from a person, it should be like a number for all these years. She shouldn't have to come out and fresh start. Thank God she's out, but we need to fix the system so she can get caught up. You can't get nobody in time back.
No, but usually, if someone is falsely incarcerated, and their case is overturned, they usually have a settlement for that person.
Okay.
Now, what I do not know, I got to be honest with you, I do not know the story, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. You can't tell me that this woman was being raped and she fought off her rapist and killed him, and she did a lot of time for that. It's just hard for me to believe. It has to be something else to the story. Now, don't tell me that, she done killed 4 or 5 other people, but this is the one she went to jail for, and then expect me to have compassion for Cynthia Brown. I don't know. I don't know the story. But I don't know what 12 people would put a woman in jail for killing a guy that is raping her. Unless it wasn't rape, and I don't know that to be true.
No, it's rape.
And
See,
you know what? That goes back to people that, all right, perfect example. You got Ray in the hood, been tearing the damn hood up for 10 years, but he get caught up on a charge that he didn't commit, but he committed 20 charges before that, and now they lock him up, and now the story is, but Ray didn't kill so-and-so.
No, this ain't Ray. So I'm gonna give you backfill on this story. What happened is, like, sometimes down south, this was in Tennessee, and they have all white juries. They have hung juries that just because you black, I don't know what it was. If it's black versus white man, you getting away. So I believe she got in front of a racist judge who wasn't trying to hear the self-defense, and he's like, murder in the state of Tennessee is boom, like that. Kind of like the movie Life. Like, it wasn't even hearing the facts. Like, I'm defending myself. This was
even in Life, they was running moonshine.
That was moonshine.
They still breaking the law.
I know. I don't want to get too, because this is a real story though. So, but what I'm saying is she
we looking for Slim.
What you say? The booze is mine, man.
The booze is mine. I tested that. But we didn't kill nobody.
Right.
What was dude's name?
But she
Winston Hancock.
So shout out to that, man. At least we seeing
shout out to Winston Hancock.
We seeing something on return.
Was that Rick James?
Big shout out to Sheriff Pike.
Who was Rick James' name on that joint?
Rick James was
Rick James was in Life.
Yeah, he was the dude that
died in the alligator.
Dropped him in the hole.
He was.
Spanky.
Shout out to Rick James. Rick James, Buffalo, New York.
Spanky Johnson.
Spanky got that money. He said, "You gonna give me my money?" Spanky. Yeah.
But
he said, "I need my hands for adding. I gotta be whole. I start my job on Monday."
That's hilarious.
How about if Martin would have got furloughed?
He would have went down. He would have went down with Ray, right? He would have went down.
Furlough is when the government shut down, right?
Yeah. How about if furloughed is not when the government shut down. Furloughed is what the employees are when they don't have a job.
Furlough. I was saying if you knew.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it if I don't know. Yeah.
I thought that was when your pimp wears mink and he keep his fur low.
Furlough?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I thought you said Wells Fargo at first.
He said Wells Fargo. So man, we touched on all our topics, man. I think we did.
Yeah, Cynthia, we need to do some research.
No, I'm telling you, Cynthia, I know the story. Shout out to Queen. He don't believe it. So this is where getting his back. Y'all talking about the comments, get in his comments and tell him how he ain't right. Shout out to you, Queen. Come home, they gonna throw you a party. That cookout gonna be off the chain when she come home. You know, blacks, we throw a cookout for everybody.
I wouldn't want to be around nobody throwing me no damn party when I'm coming home from
You
jail.
can't be the same, man.
Coming home?
You can't be the same after that. You
That's
ain't
the
coming home.
part.
the
You gotta
same.
give her L the backfield. She don't know nothing about Instagram. She don't know nothing about nothing like, you know what I mean?
She know about it.
We'll throw a party for somebody going to jail. I don't want to be part of the party for somebody going to jail. If you coming home,
Right.
yeah, let's throw you the party.
Somebody else. She
Before
might
I
have
let go,
everybody gonna
DJ,
be at that joint. And she gonna have movie stars and everything at that joint.
Before I let go. That's a. Why is that the official?
Baltimore Orioles dance bros gonna be there.
Why is that always the official?
The mascot gonna be there just dancing.
Yo, listen, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Yo, we're gonna catch us next week.